hilarious. It's a trip. It's a fucking. This is Georgia versus Chloe Driver, the cult baby murder. So Chloe on their like kind of caravan like move from South Carolina to Florida, they stopped in Georgia to get some stuff from her friend's like basement or some shit. And they, oh no, yeah, okay, so you kind of know what this case is. This is such a wild case, man. Oh man. Oh, this is so interesting. But yeah, so they when Chloe said that she was gonna go, her and the baby were gonna go take a nap. And so they, during that, apparently, Chloe stabbed the baby multiple times. 4 times. Multiple times in the back. 18-month-old baby. Right? And yeah. And then now is like trying to plead not guilty because she stabbed her baby and killed her, and then stabbed herself 4 times and then in the chest. Corpse wood murders? Oh. Don't give me more. I actually do, because then it gives me stuff to look through after this case.
What's going on while they were at Whole Foods on the way down here? They did stop at Mr. Adelin's house to pick up some belongings that belonged to Benyon. Chloe was in Canton for less than 3 hours that day. Throughout this case, you will hear evidence that everyone around her said Chloe wholeheartedly and loved and cared for her child. You will hear evidence that she was a loving and doting mother, that she tended to all of Hannah's needs, that baby barely ever cried because of the love and attention that Chloe's. So you will hear that Chloe considered her an extension of herself, a huge piece of her, had a connection to her, and that everything she did for her daughter was because she was in her love. I'm going to show you some pictures, put this kind of in context for you guys, so that you can see the physical changes involved in Chloe's life during this time.
Okay.
These pictures do not dispute a change in her physically and show a change in her mentally. This is Chloe when she was.
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
This is Chloe with Hannah on July 12th, 2020. Pride and joy.
No. This is not how we go out.
Showing how prideful she is of her daughter. November 2020.
No.
November 27th, 2020.
I'm trying here.
It's another angle.
Okay, don't mind me. This is what Hearst, where are you? No! Man, 618 zombies, 4 days. Oh man, so close. I know.
The evidence in this case, contrary to what the state is saying, is clear and overwhelming. The state doesn't want you to consider Chloe a victim of Benjamin or Jason Spiller. We're not even standing here saying that that is a full piece of what happened. We're not blaming Jason. We're not blaming Benjamin. We're not blaming Hannah. But what it is a bigger piece of this puzzle about Chloe's severe and untreated mental illnesses that she suffered in the months leading up to December 8th. You will also hear testimony that she did have these delusions, that she seemed paranoid, that she reported seeing signs of things that to you and I wouldn't be read that way. But that's all part of mental illness. We are not here to dispute what happened to Hannah. It
Okay.
is truly horrific.
I get it. No worries. I gotta figure it out on my own anyway.
It is something that
You
the
know?
survivor thinks about every single day. You will hear evidence from witnesses who were with her leading up to this that contradict every aspect. That on December 8th of 2020, that Chloe was in any right state of mind.
Did I not write down any of my strength?
You will hear testimony from those individuals who witnessed her day-to-day mental
No, I gotta do my workout shit all over again.
themselves.
No, it's okay. I get it. You're fine. It's not fun, but
was conducted from the very
yeah,
beginning
no.
as it related to her severe
It is.
mental
It's part of it.
illness.
Part of the adult experience.
Ms.
The adult
Ryder was
DLC.
evaluated by several experts in this case, which will be presented to you in this case, including one from the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health. We expect that the evidence will show that every expert that comes before you will say that she was severely mentally ill, that she was delusional, and will offer diagnoses of specific mental health disorders. You will hear from experts that will tell you
No, sorry.
that she was suffering from these
You have too many game time,
paranoia
too many hours game
on
time.
December 8th, and in the months leading up to the tragic event. They will tell you that they based their information on information they received from the state, from the defense, and from other
problem is-
parties.
The problem is now is I need to figure out a way to get over to my pickup and trailer and get whatever vehicle I take over there back.
They will also tell you that
That's the current
participation
problem now, chap.
in this group, while initially may have been voluntary, turned into one of an involuntary nature from a psychological perspective.
Because the pickup's in good
The
condition.
state is aiming to present this case in such a deliberate manner aimed at eliciting raw emotional responses to what happened.
I mean, I could. It's just going to be a long fucking hoof. I died all the way over here. Did it over here.
That's it. They want you to ignore the elephant in the room, which is the mental health.
That's a long
which
hoof.
is a huge piece of this puzzle.
That's what I'm thinking.
Despite those initial
Like I'm gonna hoof it because I don't want to take any of these cars out.
Think about this. Mothers just do not kill their kids. Ask yourself, what drives
You're right though,
someone
Bobo.
to do
Like that's the
something
plan.
like
Also, how are you?
this to their baby and to themselves? What drives someone to do something like this who by all reports loved and cared for Hannah in the most amazing way? Listen to the evidence that's presented about what she experienced in this relationship with Benjamin and what delusions.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Listen to what people say.
I'm pumped to get. I guess now I have to get zombie kills back up, but I'm also pumped to get into this new case. 'Cause this is. I've now after Raz has said, seems to be going to be an interesting one for sure.
About her ability to know what she was doing, living minute to minute, how she'd be fine one minute, then
Which is always nice for me. I enjoy it.
And crazy.
I enjoy this shit.
There is absolutely no motive in this case for her to kill her daughter. There is no other reason for her to have killed Hannah but for her psychotic symptoms and delusions that she was under on December 8th of 2020. You'll hear that from experts, but you'll hear that from the witnesses too. This is the only explanation as to what happened, and only reason that would be supported by the evidence in this case. We believe that the evidence in this case would clearly lead you to a conclusion that at the end of this case, that she's not guilty by reason of insanity. And that still, because it's provided by law, is a way to hold her responsible for these actions. We expect that that's what the evidence will show, and that will be what we will be asking for you at the end of this case. Thank you.
Nails.
All right, you can go ahead and distribute the notepads and pencils, but we are going to take a recess.
Is there a hammer in here? No.
We are going to take a recess until 11 o'clock. You can go downstairs if you would like to the jury assembly room. Don't talk to anybody about the case. Don't let anybody talk to you about the case. And be back up here in the jury room at 11 o'clock.
Scale Bailey.
Okay.
At the time, Scale was there.
Okay. Your former name was different?
Yes.
Okay.
Oops, my bad, guys.
And how are you employed?
There we go.
I'm currently with a marketing company. At the time, I was a 911 dispatcher.
Okay. So when you say at the time, back in December of 2020, what was your employment?
I was a
That's not, unfortunately, it's not surprising. It's a little annoying, but it's also not surprising, unfortunately, because like people don't understand the severity of that, and that really sucks.
communications officer at Cherokee County.
But that's why they have alternates and stuff.
What was your primary responsibility in that role?
In this role, I was a call taker and dispatcher working with the 7 agencies that Cherokee County dispatches for.
Okay. And so if somebody in Cherokee County dialed 911, you're somebody that would respond to the call?
Correct.
All right. And we're going to get into the actual calls in question in this case, but I want to ask you a little bit about whether you had the opportunity to review sort of the records that relate to this case.
I did.
Okay. And are you familiar with how many 911 calls were placed?
I believe there was 2. There might have been more, but I can't be sure on more than 2.
Okay. And what was the, do you recall the incident location?
I do.
And what was that?
I believe it was in Canton, 215. I can't remember the street name, but
Okay.
it was in Canton.
All right. And you said that you know that there were 2. What can you tell the jury about when multiple phone calls come in from the same location, how your system communicates with
Sure.
each other?
Yeah, so we are all in the same room. There's about 8 of us, and we all have the opportunity to press answer. So anybody can
Actually, let's go
be
this
on the
way.
call at any given time. When this call came in, I was the second one, so we both pressed answer, and both of us picked up the call at the same time.
Okay. And how does the system or your dispatchers, how do they know that 2 different calls are related to the same incident?
So when the first dispatcher took the call, so I was the dispatcher and the call taker for this case. When the first call taker took the call, got the address, put in very little information and sent it to me, where I opened the call, I could see the address, the incident, and like the cross street, the caller, those kinds of things.
Okay. And then when you took this particular call, did you become aware that there was a secondary call happening simultaneously?
Yes,
Okay.
so it pops up and you can see information live as it comes in.
Okay. And so while you were taking the call in question in this case, were you also receiving information that was being provided by a second caller?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with who the other dispatcher was?
Yes.
And who was that?
It's Paul McGinnett.
All right. And, Your Honor, at this time we'll tender States Exhibit 1 and 2, which are the 2 911 calls. I believe the defense is stipulating the authenticity. We are. Objection.
States 1 and 2 are in.
All right. Your Honor, I'd like to publish these calls.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with States Exhibit 1.
Cherokee County 911, location of your emergency. 215 Mount Vista Boulevard. 215 Mount Vista Boulevard. 215 Mount Vista Boulevard? Yes. What is that run off of? What is that run off of? Houston? Canton, Georgia. Okay. I know the city you're in. What's the difference here? What's the name of the case?
God damn it, I keep doing that on accident.
140? What's going on? Highway 140? I think there's a baby that just died, and I think there was a woman responsible for it, and can you please have any of those come here? You think a baby died? What? I believe so. Is it 215? Is it 215? Give me 1 second. 215. mother's name is Chloe? Yeah. How old is the baby? I don't know. Jessica, what's your phone number? 757 392 6370. Where's the 9? I don't know that there is one. Okay, so what's going on with the baby? Hold on, let me see. Jessica, I need you to tell me what's going on. Jessica. Is she breathing? Is she breathing? I don't know that she's breathing. Where is the knife? I don't know. I think it's upstairs. Okay. Where is the mother at? I believe upstairs. Where's the baby? I believe upstairs as well. The mother is with the baby? I'm so sorry. Yes. Is there anybody else there with them? Yes, the father and another friend. I don't know what's going on. I need you to tell me what's going on. And if you're not giving me any information, can you go tell me how the baby is doing? I don't believe she's breathing.
Well.
I don't believe she's breathing. I don't believe you know what happened. I'm not sure. I think that she was slit across the throat. I believe. Slit across the throat? I believe so. Did you know why? I do not know why. I'm sorry. I'm still here. Okay. Can you tell me what the mom looks like? Can you tell me her last name? Her last name is Driver, B-R-I-V, Victor, E-R. She's brown hair, blue eyes, brown hair, and brown eyes. What is she wearing? I do not know. I think she's wearing a sweatshirt, a Hogwarts sweatshirt, and purple pants. Okay, give me one second. Okay, do you see an officer? No, not yet. Have you seen the baby since you've been there? No, just before the mother went in, no. Okay. Are you outside, Jessica? The ambulance? No, I'm going upstairs. What? Yeah, I'm calling an ambulance. Do you see an ambulance? There's somebody else on the phone. Okay, we have somebody coming. No, I don't want you to hang up until you're with an officer, okay? She says she doesn't want me to hang up until there's an officer. Yes, what is Chloe doing? I don't know. Go open the door now. Where is the baby's dad at? What's his name? It's already open. He's here. He's here. I want you to go. Can I let him in? Yes, let him in the door. She's up there. Okay, an officer is here. So, somebody help us on.
Okay.
Miss McNeely, at some point in that call, you said, where is the knife, before she had said anything about there being a knife. Can you explain that?
Yes, so I remember correctly, the very first thing that was sent to me as a dispatcher was mother 48'd her baby with a knife. The 48 is a signal that we use to indicate death. So it would have read mother killed her baby with a knife.
Okay.
So that was the first information that I had.
All right, so when you took the call, that was the preliminary information you were provided?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I want to publish State's Exhibit Number 2.
All right, go ahead.
What's the location? What's the address?
On North 2.
Just kill the baby.
I'm the mother. Please come for me.
What's the address?
This is Boulevard.
How did you kill her baby?
I don't know a knife.
Oh my God. Do you know who this lady is?
Sorry, just come quickly.
The knife? She still has the knife?
No, it's across the room.
Okay.
Just come quickly.
I've got everybody on the way out there, okay?
She's searching for help.
You want that baby?
Oh my God.
Is she breathing?
No, I don't think so. She looks dead. On the car.
This must be the other call. The other call that's happening at the same time.
They're coming back and they can't find your name.
My name's Sarah.
Because I think there's what, 2 calls from the house, right? At the time this happened? To 911?
What was your last name? Sarah, what's your phone number in case you get disconnected? Baby.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, who is this lady? What is her name? Do you know?
I don't want to give that to you right now. Please, quickly.
They're coming as fast as they can. I'm just trying to get as much information as my officers before they get there.
I know. Is she making any noise? Oh.
They're coming as fast as they can. Now, where was the baby stabbed at?
In the bedroom.
Where at on the body?
On the neck, right across the neck.
Right across the neck, like she split the baby's neck.
Yes.
Are you right there near the baby now?
I think there's still life in her.
They're coming as fast as they can, but we're going to try and do something for her before they get there. I need you to listen to me and do what I'm asking you, okay? I need you to go in there where the baby is at, okay?
Yep.
Okay, are you in there now?
Yes. He's trying to blow air in her mouth.
Okay, is she awake?
I don't believe so. Her eyes are opening.
Okay, is she breathing?
Her eyes are open. And she's still making little noises. Her heart keeps jumping. She's making little noises. Yep, they're coming. They're coming. And they're...
Okay, is there any serious bleeding?
There's so much blood.
Okay. I'll send the paramedics to help you now, then I'll tell you.
I would imagine between the baby and her and Chloe.
This bleeding, okay?
Okay. Yep, we're gonna stop the bleeding.
Do not,
Stop the bleeding.
do not remove. I'm going to tell you how to stop the bleeding. Listen carefully to make sure we do it right. Get a clean, dry cloth ahead and do the clean cloth and tell us, let me know if the bleeding has stopped.
Okay. Keep the shirt on there, hold it really tight. Okay. Yep. They're coming. They're coming as soon as they can. Keep blowing air into her mouth.
Okay, keep doing that, okay? But you gotta keep that bleeding controlled, all right?
Okay. I think this bleeding stopped for the most part. But,
How long ago did this happen? I mean, like right when you called?
screaming and I was outside. I heard screaming, came up the stairs, and this is what's happening. And maybe, from as far as I know, the last heard her make noise like maybe 10 minutes ago, if not sooner.
Sarah, are you okay?
I'm bodily fine, yeah.
Okay, no, I understand. I understand. All right? You guys are doing good. Keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing, okay? You let me know when they're right there with you, all right? The police officer's going to get there first, and you should have a fire truck or an ambulance right after that.
Okay.
And she does.
Go downstairs and get to the door.
Yes, please make sure the door is unlocked. Just make sure you don't have anything in your hands for me, okay?
Yes, I just have my phone.
Okay.
Make sure you don't have anything in your hands, but go make sure the door is open, and when they get here, let them in, okay? I believe there are two of us on the phone with 911 right now.
Alright, let's do this, people.
They're already coming.
Come on, undead.
Can you go make sure the door's open now and let them in when they get here?
Who's going down to the door now, Sarah?
Connie. Can you go to the door, please? Just go open the door. No, it's downstairs. The garage door, open the garage door when the police get here, let them in. Maybe get Jerry.
We're at the house. Yeah, we're at the house with the baby.
He's here. They're here, I believe.
Okay, just let me know when they're right there with you, okay?
Hurry on, we need to come in. Okay, they're coming. Upstairs, come to the stairs here. No, I don't have anything in my hands.
I'm going to let you know, Sarah, okay?
Okay, they're coming.
Sarah, the officer's there with you?
Ms. McNeely, when these calls are happening, what information are you communicating to fire, EMS, and law enforcement?
So at the time, I was only working for Canton PD's radio.
Okay.
And I'm relaying everything.
Okay.
From the time that the call is sent to me to the time that they tell me to shut down the radio because they're on scene, which means no traffic unless it's pertaining to that incident. So I handled everything all the way through from beginning to end until shift change.
Okay. So this would have been communicated to Canton PD
Correct.
officers to respond?
Yes.
Great. I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In those calls, you were asking questions related to a knife. Was that because you had received that information from your fellow colleague about a knife?
Yes, it was in the call.
Okay. And the reasons you were doing that were to kind of, ascertain what the actual situation was that was going on, correct?
For seeing safety of my officers, yes.
Correct. So the next step of that process was you wanted to make sure you could advise the officers that were incoming as to what was going on in that house, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And after listening to both of those calls today, it's fair to say that neither one of you were not aware, nor your colleague was aware that there actually was a second victim at that house, correct?
We didn't know.
Okay, so no one at any point during those calls had indicated to you that Ms. Driver had also stabbed herself and needed assistance, correct?
No.
Thank you.
All right, you can step down. Any reason to keep the witness?
No, Your Honor, she can be excused.
All right, you can be excused. Call your next witness, please.
Gerald Ablin. raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Can I have a seat? Can you state your name and spell it?
Gerald Adeline, A-B-L-A-N.
Okay. And where do you reside?
My address,
Just city and state.
Venice, Florida.
Venice, Florida? Okay. How old are you, Mr. Allen?
59,
And where did you reside prior to living in Venice,
in
Florida?
Canton, Georgia.
All right. And for what period of time did you live in